It's day 2 of my Disney World challenge and I am here in Hollywood Studios. VoiceOverGuide.co.uk has given me £3,000 to see how far I can make that budget stretch in Disney World. We're only on day 2 and I've already spent a whopping £2,440.57. So today I'm going to see how many things I can do in Hollywood Studios with the remaining £559 that I have left. So let's go. Good morning from Disney's Hollywood Studios. I am so excited to be back and particularly to get over to Galaxy's Edge because I want to get the most out of my day today because I've only got one day in this park during this trip. I have bought multipass. Now this is going to be a busy day I think because my first multipass I couldn't book any time before 10:50 I think for the rides that I wanted. So I think it's gearing up to be a busy day. However, there's lots of new things to explore, particularly Disney Villains show. This is what I'm so excited for. This is the most due today. I also want to see the updated Little Mermaid show. I do love that this park has so many shows and of course get as many rides done via multipass as possible. Yesterday was an incredible day and I feel it in my bones. This is going to be a good day as well. So I'm actually starving hungry. I'm here at early entry. So I think I'm going to peruse my way over to get some breakfast, but we might stop on the way if we see some things. So let's go. Today you can definitely feel it is warmer, so because of that I think we should go for a shop, shouldn't we? Because it's got air conditioning. But it's not because we want to buy things, it's just the air conditioning. That's what it is. I do love this range. Oh my god, I love this t-shirt. But yeah, this whole range is so cute. You can even get... Oh no, I thought that was a shoulder plush. What is this? It's got something inside. Oh, it's a little foldable bag. That's really cute. I also love this hoodie. Yes. I love that Sorcerer Mickey gets all the love here. I still do really love this, but I'd have to use it as a crossbody bag. I cannot do a bum bag. Oh my gosh, look at these slinky ears. They are amazing. Oh, I like these new Tao Terror ears as well. They are really cool. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's so good to still see some Muppets merch. There's even a Hollywood Studios specific Loungefly, which is amazing. There's like a whole range of Hollywood Studios specific merch, which is really cool. I am obsessed when they have more niche references. So this is amazing. I'm still absolutely obsessed with this t-shirt. I feel like I need to get it. Did we all see the self-restraint? I walked out the shop, didn't get anything. But if there's anything that I feel like will be Hollywood Studio specific that I won't be able to get anywhere else, I might need to pull the trigger because, as I say, I'm probably not going to be coming back here. There's a possibility of maybe if I have an evening, I can, but I haven't planned my trip to fit that in. So, you know, if we see something, we might have to bring it back. And the good news is as well, if you do ever see anything, you can take it back to any shop. You don't have to go back to the park or the shop you bought it from. So if you needed to do a refund, you can absolutely do that, which I think is great. So I've just seen a little board that is telling you the current wait times. Of course, one of my absolute favourite rides is Rise of the Resistance, already a 55-minute wait. However, there's a ride that I do have a multipass for later. But my last trip, I only did it once and I regretted it. So I'm thinking I'm going to head there first because it's got a very low wait time. So let's do it. Let's go on the Tower of Terror first thing.
Our warm and gracious welcome, our Hollywood Tower. May I please have your attention? Thank you so very much.
I absolutely love this t-shirt. That's so much fun. The merch is amazing. Last time I was here, everything was Stitch. Now, just one little thing, which is fine. So that was an absolutely amazing way to start the day. It was literally a walk on, and I had the iconic Disney cast member TJ as my bellhop. And if you've ever seen the Making the Attraction, you will see him featured in it a lot because he is a legend. He's absolutely amazing, super, super creepy. Absolutely loved it. It's really, really interesting because this one doesn't make me feel ill, but the one in Disneyland Paris has made me feel ill before. The one in Disneyland Paris does have a lot longer drop sequence, but I'm feeling like I need to go on it again there because maybe it was me that was making myself feel ill. I think when you have motion sickness, sometimes you do preemptively worry yourself and then you feel sick before going on the ride, and then I don't even know if it's me that's made me sick or it's the ride. So I definitely need to do it again, and luckily I'm going to get to go on this version again later today. I am feeling very, very hungry, so I'm going to head to where I'm going to grab some breakfast. But if on the way we see any very short queue times, we'll of course stop. Or maybe if we see a shop as well. You know, air conditioning is life. It's the air conditioning, it's definitely not the merchandise I'm going in here for. Oh my god, I've walked in and I have Disney Villains merch because of course they have the brand new Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After show, which I'm desperate to see. These plushes are incredible. They've also got a whole Villains range, and I had previously seen this. What an amazing sweatshirt. I love it. I also really love this shirt. Also have some really nice Evil Queen merchandise. I love this. She's one of my favourite villains. This is so nice. I also really like the official t-shirt. Oh boy, this could be a problem. This stuff I think is going to be park specific, so we might have to make a purchase later today. I can definitely tell this is going to be a very hot day. What's nice at the moment though is hot, but it's not super humid, so let's hope that continues because you can deal with one or the other, but both at the same time is a lot. Whereas yesterday I think we were so lucky with the weather. It was a bit overcast for most of the day, but because of that, the temperature was lovely. But this is definitely going to be warmer. But I'm not complaining because you come to Florida for the sun and it is glorious out today. So I was going to go and get breakfast, but Mickey and Minnie is saying it's only a 10-minute wait. Now this is a ride that I haven't got multicast for. I was hoping to grab one later in the day. If it's a 10-minute wait, we'll absolutely do it now. I absolutely love this ride, but interestingly again, it's a ride I've only ever ridden with multicast. So I've never been through the standard normal queue. So it's quite nice to have this experience of seeing what the queues are like and all the things I've been missing out on. At the moment, they're allowing anyone into the park, but if you want to go on any of the rides, you do have to scan your magic band to show that you are a resort guest because it is the early entry at the moment. And I think that's really, really interesting. So if you are staying off-site, you can come into the parks early, but certain areas in Magic Kingdom won't be available to you, or certain rides here, well, all the rides until 9 o'clock. If you are up and awake, which you probably will be with the jet lag, definitely come to the park when you get the 30-minute early entry because it's before 9 o'clock and this is already my second ride, which is incredible. And these two rides will get long queues during the day, so this was well worth it.
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train?
Boys and girls,
Now, let's color!
Well, that concludes my guided tour.
I love that at the exit they've got a photo of Walt Disney who loved trains. This is so appropriate. That was a fantastic ride as always. It really does feel like you're in a cartoon, and I do like that new kind of style of animation that they're doing. If you go on Disney Plus, you can actually see lots of shorts with that sort of animation, and I love it. And I was actually in the last car this time, which I've never been in, and it was such a fun experience. And this is the thing that I do like, where you sit gives you a different experience. Like coasters, Seven Dwarfs ask for the back because you go way faster. If you were to go at the front, you kind of are the one that it goes the slowest. Like you have the view with no one in it, but it's like the slowest when you go over hills and stuff, because you're the first one dropping, whereas if you're at the back, you're whipping over there. And it was the same with this. It was a completely different experience, and I absolutely loved it. So let's keep walking towards breakfast. We'll eventually get there, but you can eat at any time. If you can get on rides quickly, that's the way to do it. But something that I do love is dotted around the parks, they will have these boards, so you don't have to always check your phone to see the wait times. It's really, really good to see not only wait times, but also show times, etc, etc. So very, very handy. When I was here last, all of the seating area was shut for Woody's Lunchbox because they were doing it up, and it's great now. It's got a lot more tables, it's got covering, which is great for the weather, for either shade or rain, and it's just so nice to be able to sit down again. So here at Woody's Lunchbox, you can mobile order or order at the counter. I would say that mobile order is definitely quicker, but this is a restaurant where mobile order, particularly for like lunch and dinner times, you will have to wait quite a while. Sometimes it's like hours until there's an available slot. So if you do know you want to eat here for dinner or lunch, pre-order it earlier in the day for roughly the time you think you're going to come here. But for breakfast there was a short queue, so I just ordered at the counter. And what's really good is if you order the vegan option, they did say it's going to take a little bit longer because they're going to cook it separately, but that's really, really good because you know 100% there's like no risk of you accidentally being given the wrong thing, and it's going to be super fresh. Now I've got the grilled cheddar sandwich with potato barrels. I have not tried this before. I've been to Woody's lots, but I'm very excited to try this and see what it's like. So all of the cheddar is really melted. All of the cheddar is really melted, which is amazing. So let's try it.
Well, I guess he is an alien now.
The toast is really light and grilled, which is lovely. The cheese is really gooey, which is fantastic. And I did like that they cooked this separately, so you know for sure you've got the vegan option. But this is kind of like a childhood nostalgic meal, which obviously is the whole point of Woody's Lunchbox. So it's great you can get this. Whilst I was here, I also got the cup of free iced water. Every time I'm at a quick service, I will always get an iced water because it's so easy when you're walking around the park to forget to drink because you're just so excited. So if you get into the habit of just getting the free drink, then it's perfect. And it's a great way to save money because, like I say, water can be nearly $5. So this is a fantastic way to have a little bit of a way to cut the cost on drinks at least. This meal came to $11.70, which in UK money is £8.66, which again, getting a meal for less than £9 in a theme park I think is fantastic. So I'm very, very happy with this, and you just save so much money with quick service dining. Now you might be thinking, if you're on a budget trip, why are you eating breakfast? Well, I think it's because I just love dining at the Disney parks, and over here you get lots of things that I don't necessarily get in the UK, like Just Egg, because I'm obsessed with it. And like I said, before all the trips I always really, really budget to the penny how much I'm going to spend. So I did budget to have some breakfasts, just because it's a nice way to be in the park at the same time, but it is also a really easy way to reduce costs on your trip. You can bring some cereal bars or go to the supermarket and get some bits and bobs that are non-perishable. You can be sorted, and that is a really good way to cut costs. I was like, okay, some days I want to try some of the meals, and something like this one I've never tried before, so I was like, this is the perfect time to do it. So I did really enjoy that, and it was nice to kind of have a lighter start to the day, because the chocolate bowl is great, but very heavy. So that was perfect, and I think now I'm going to head back towards Tower of Terror because next door is the Disney Villain Show, and I'm desperate to see it, and I might want to see it more than once, so I'm going to go see it early. And then when I come out, it will be time for my lightning lanes to start, which will be absolutely fantastic. The only downside I would say to Woody's Lunchbox is they've added loads of seating, which is perfect. However, almost everyone sat down doesn't have food, which is really, really frustrating, particularly if you're a solo traveller, because it's not like you can get someone to save a table. Although technically, you're not meant to do that. That is against the Disney rules. And something like Woody's Lunchbox, if you order at the counter, it's a long wait. So probably by the time like I had finished my meal, their food would have just been ready. And so stuff like that can be difficult when you're solo because you just don't have the benefit of getting someone to save a table. But they do have standing tables, which is what I did. But obviously, any time to sit down at Disney, it's appreciated. So now I'm going to go and have a sit down and see a show. And something that is great about Hollywood Studios is it's a great mixture of like big rides, but also shows. So you can very easily take more breaks, but you're still being entertained, which is fantastic. On my way over, the Little Mermaid show is happening, so I think I'm actually going to go in there. Oh, it's only 2 minutes till it starts. This is absolutely fantastic, so let's go see it.
Believe me, Max. She's out there somewhere. I just know it.
How delicious. Daddy's little princess wants to be with the humans. It looks like Triton has a weakness after all.
Your voice! I have so much to
that. I'm famously not a particular fan of Ariel or the Little Mermaid, but it was so great. It was a lovely mixture of live actors, puppets and screens, and it does it so well. It was visually stunning. The Ariel actress was amazing, and I just really enjoyed that. You get all of the classic songs that you want to hear. Under the Sea was a standout moment. It's absolutely incredible, and actually it's on lots and lots. It was a 20-minute show, so a great show, but it's kind of like a show and then a 20-minute break and then another one. So there's lots of availability to catch it, which is great. So you definitely should see it because it's so much fun. Something that's interesting about Hollywood Studios is the layout, because all of the other parks are kind of in a loop. So you will naturally take a one direction and then kind of chronologically work your way around the parks. This is the only park where it's not like that. So I feel like sometimes you do walk here a lot more than you realise, because like this morning I went to Tower of Terror, then I've gone to Toy Story Land, now I'm going back to Tower of Terror, later on I go to Galaxy's Edge, so you're kind of crisscrossing the park back and forth. So I do think that is something to be aware of, but like I say, the great thing is there's tons and tons of shows. So even though you're going to be doing a lot of walking, you can also do a lot of sitting, and the shows here are all excellent. I would recommend all of them. There's none that I think, oh, don't bother with that one, it's not particularly that interesting. So what I would say, do a few rides, see a little show, and then that way you're kind of incorporating breaks for your feet without feeling like you're missing out, you're just wasting time, because you're still getting all of the Disney magic, but you're also getting that all important rest, because you know, Disney is a marathon, not a sprint. You do really have to look out for all your feet. I do talk about feet a lot, and I think it's just because I have so many problems with mine. So I've learnt the hard way. So now I'm like, if I can pass on any tips so people can avoid all the suffering I've been through, I will do it. I will do it, because there is nothing worse than the Disney foot pain. It is real. It is real. So on my way to the Tower of Terror, I have stopped in a little shop. It's all Pixar. This shirt is amazing. It's so fun because it's kind of subtle, but if you know, you know, and I love that. They also have an entire Coco section, which is so nice to see more Coco merch, because I think it's such an outstanding film. So this is really, really cool. And then of course you've got your classic Toy Story, everyone's favourite. I really do love this rain jacket though. I just think it's perfection. Amazing. They also have an entire up section, and I actually really like this top. I think that's so nice. And the hat, iconic, iconic. I love that you can buy this. We also have Inside Out, so all of the big hitting Pixar franchises that are here. I'm not a particular Cars fan, but I do love the shirt. I think it's really, really cool. You could also totally wear that in Disneyland Paris, because obviously Santa Fe is a Cars themed hotel, so that would be awesome. They also have a big Monsters Inc. section. I love that you can get Sully's tail. I don't know what's happening. Are we inclusive of the furries community? Is that what's happening now? But that is absolutely hysterical. And they also have a tiny Wally section, which is so, so, so cute. And whilst I've still got a little bit time for my first multi-pass, I'm going to go into this shop because it has a lot of the fashion, and that is what I am very, very interested in. So let's go in. I do have to say, I do love that they now have plus size mannequins, because it's so nice to see what the clothes will look like on someone with a plus size body. I am obsessed with this. I love that. That is so cute. And the buttons are candy corn. This like pastel range is so cute. This sweatshirt is absolutely everything. All of this merch is actually a collaboration with Stony Clover, who I don't know really anything about fashion, so I'm not sure who that is. But if you like them, they have a range. And they also have some great bags, some bum bags, handbags, backpacks. But I love the colour. I love this Magic Crew t-shirt, and they also have Mickey and Pearl's Social Club. That's so cute. I also really like these sweatshirts with the sequins, and they have it in like a pink, they have a cream, they have a green, and a blue. So they've got something for everyone. I also love these fluffy, oh my god, they're so soft. Some fluffy ears for like winter months would be so cute. They also have this pretty cool Disney Villains denim jacket. I love that. They also have this really long, kind of oversized poison apple jumper. I have to say, I absolutely love this shirt. It's kind of like a 50s like bowling type shirt, and it's so cool. They also have a whole range of Roosevelts now being sold in the park. So if you do love these shirts, it's great you can actually get them from the parks themselves. Love the Haunted Mansion design and all the different Mickeys. So it's now time for my lightning lane for Tower of Terror. So we are going to go on it for the second time today. And then the great thing is, as soon as I've scanned in, I can book another multi-pass, which is going to be great. I'm definitely going to start utilising it now. It's like we're off the gates now. We're ready to go with multi-pass. And also we're right next door to the Disney Villain show. So afterwards, I'm going to go see that. Hollywood Studios is a park that I really recommend multi-pass for, because it has a lot of big attractions that get very, very long queues, and there's not tons of attractions. So what can happen is, because of that, the queues just get longer and longer. So I would say out of all of the four parks, Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, you can get the most out of it. So that was absolutely incredible. That drop sequence was amazing, and that's something I do love about this ride, is every time you go on it's a different drop sequence and you never know what one you're going to get. That was definitely much better than the first one, and also the group I was with were amazing, so everyone was like laughing and screaming. It was so much fun. So I have booked another multi-pass. I've booked Alien Swirling Saucers, and the times worked out quite well because it's also close to a reservation I've already made for Toy Story Mania. So I'll be in Toy Story Land for both of them, which is fantastic. They are kind of booking up quickly, but I think most of the rides I've either got booked or have been on. I think we will try and get a multi-pass for Mickey and Minnie later on this evening, but I'm feeling very good about it. But you can also use them for shows. So if you don't want to wait and queue, you can do that. You're in a much shorter queue, get in first. It's great. So I wanted to let you know how much multi-pass was. So it was $24, but with tax it came to $25.56, which was £18.94. Now I think this is one of the areas where as a solo traveller it's good because you're only paying for yourself. Of course, if you're a bigger group, it adds up quickly buying multi-pass. However, the hotels are more expensive for solo travellers and they work out better value for bigger groups, so it's like swings and roundabouts. But I think for less than £19, being able to skip the queues and get the most out of your day and basically get on all of the rides that you want to in this park, using multipass you can literally ride everything that is included in a day. I think it's so worth it. So especially because I'm doing a shorter trip and this is my only day in Hollywood Studios, £19 I thought was quite good value to get the most out of my day. I am so happy that I've got over my motion sickness for this ride. I think because I was nervous about feeling ill, which is why I started to make myself feel ill, but going on this version, I feel absolutely fine. I didn't use my ME term, motion sickness tablets, anything, and I feel absolutely fine. So I'm so glad because it was always one of my favourite rides and I was so sad to skip it. But sometimes you just need to test it, see how you feel, and I'm going to go on it all the time now. I mean, probably not anymore today because I've used my multipass up for it and the queue's getting a bit long. However, if it drops down, there's always a chance, there's always a chance. This is also going to be my final time seeing Rock and Roller Coaster as Aerosmith because next year this is going to be rethemed to Muppets. This used to be one of my all-time favourite rides, but this ride definitely does make me sick. The last time I went on it, I had to sit down for an hour and a half, I couldn't move. So I will be skipping it, but it's such a fun coaster. If you do love loops, you do love launches, it is fantastic and it's definitely one of the most thrilling rides at Disney World. And it's been really interesting to see what it's like as Muppets. I haven't been over to where Grand Avenue was yet, so probably it hasn't hit me quite yet that the Muppets have gone. But I am wondering, once Disney open the Villains Land in Magic Kingdom, do you think the villain show will shut and maybe that will become a Muppet show and this will become more like a Muppets area? That's what I'd love to see. I have no idea what the time is or what time the next villain show is, but it is on very frequently. I think it's on about every 30 or 40 minutes. So I feel like if you turn up, you're not going to have to wait too long, hopefully. So I cannot wait to see this. I'm so excited. I'm a big Disney Villains fan. I can't wait to see who's included in the show. Again, I've avoided all spoilers. I've not seen anything about this, so I can't wait.
Oh, for the days when only one villain summoned me. A queen with a question. You know how it goes. Magic mirror on the wall. Your turn. Who's the fairest one of all? Well done. But define fair. Beautiful? Once upon a time it was. But these days, villains are preoccupied with who's been treated the most unfairly of all.
To be so famously misunderstood. Everyone thinks they know you. Yeah, darlings! You see, awestruck. And some of you do understand. Both twice in the year, darling. Great artists are always misunderstood, darlings. It's enough to make one see sports. It's pronounced. Woof woof.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Another scoundrel, undoubtedly with a load of crock to sell you.
So far,
Really?
there isn't one who won't have unarmed for Captain Hook, the world's most famous crook. Do you? Dare you boo me too? Well, that's just because I'm so horribly misunderstood. Do you not realize what a benevolent captain, like myself, can offer you? Freedom, wealth, glory, and above all, never growing up.
What now? yes, the fairy godmother no one wants. Maleficent.
Magic mirror on the wall. Misunderstood. Is that your call?
No, that would be them.
How perfect. They've seen the light. It's never wrong to make things right. You loved me at once, the way you did once.
Are you? Yes, you! I beseech thee, answer them! Choose the most misunderstood! But how? Many spoke, but few were seen, though villains in the mirrors gleamed. But these three passed through the glass. Yes! Choose from them! That is your task! This is your moment. You are the judge. Clap, stomp, and scream. Show who you love. And when you do, the smoke will rise as you choose the most villainized. Do you cheer for the spider waiting for the kill?
Not an original, darlings! Not a criminal!
Cruella, magic mirror on the wall, who's most misunderstood of all? Cruella!
So I absolutely loved that show. Again, I didn't know what to expect, and I think I kind of assumed that the auditorium would stay the same as Lightning McQueen, and it would be similar to that, but it's completely different. They made a proper theatre. It was incredible. Again, you had a mixture of screens and live actors, which was so much fun. Absolutely loved it. And the thing that's really interesting is if you see it more than once, the ending changes. So I'm definitely going to see it again today because I absolutely loved it, and it's so great to finally have the villains represented and seeing so many of them on the screens and hearing from them, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. And I think it's a really great concept as well of like which of them feels like they've been the most hard done by, which of them's the most misunderstood, which I think is so fun. I hadn't had any photos taken today and I was desperate to have it, but I also knew that there is a Disney legend that works in this park called Willie. He is the most complimented cast member at Disney World, and I found him, so I had some photos taken by him, and it was also just so nice to meet someone who is so legendary at Disney, and I've got to meet Willie and TJ in one day. This is amazing, and it's so fun, isn't it? Like, if you're a big Disney Parks fan, these things are really exciting to you. It's like meeting celebrities, which is so fun. So that was absolutely wonderful. This vlog series has been made possible by voiceoverguy.co.uk, a British voiceover who has been heard worldwide and now helping me bring the magic to you. So I want to say a massive thank you to Voiceover Guy, and do go check out his website so you can see exactly where you've heard him, because he is in supermarkets, so on radio, TV, adverts. You will absolutely recognise his voice, and what a wonderful experience he's given me of getting me out here to Florida to show how you can do it on a reasonable budget but get the most out of your trip. So I have a little bit of time before I have my next multi-pass reservation, but then I've got 2 back-to-back, which is great. So I'm just having a little wander around, and it's glorious. It's so nice just having a little look at everything. If I see a PhotoPass photographer, hop into the line and get some amazing photos, and I might quickly go and have a little look and see how long the wait is to kind of meet some of the Star Wars characters over in like Animation Courtyard. It is strange they still have Star Wars characters here. But I do think they are going to be doing something with this area and kind of massively updating it, which would make sense. I thought that Monsters Inc. was going to be here because really it's mostly just meet and greets for Disney Junior and Star Wars. Of course you do have the Little Mermaid show here, but that's only just recently come back. So I thought this would be Monsters Inc. And they're like, nope, Muppets are going. And you're like, why did you do that? Let's go see how long the wait times are at the Star Wars launch bay. Goofy and Max. It's so exciting when you see the characters out and about. So inside Star Wars launch bay itself, you've got some amazing theming. You can also have some photos taken with lightsabers, and you can meet BB-8, Darth Vader, and Chewbacca. So I think I'm going to go meet the main guy. I'm going to meet Darth Vader.
You will not regret your decision to serve the Empire.
Okay.
You may regret a decision not to. We part today on good terms. You would do well to maintain that course.
Okay, I think I'll do the right thing. They do also have some like costumes and some replica props from the films, which I think is really cool. So there's a lot to see in here. Well, when I say a lot, I don't actually mean a lot, but there are some things to see. So even if you don't want to do character meet and greets, you might want to just have a look around, maybe get a photo with a lightsaber. They have a very cool mural that kind of shows Star Wars all throughout the ages, which is really, really, really cool. I'm loving seeing all these different characters. Hi, so fun to meet you. This is yes, you need to be up to date with all the information immediately, all the time. It's perfect.
Easy to spot today.
Exactly.
Your bright colors.
No one's going to lose me. It's perfect. So Star Wars launch bay was so much fun. Darth Vader is always intimidating. I also met BB-8, who's just so cute. The noises, unreal. But the highlight was getting those lightsaber photos. The cast member was incredible. He was giving me all the top tips, and I made a terrible pun, but he laughed, which was exciting. And he was like, are you just one person? And I was like, I'm solo. And he got the reference, obviously. Which was amazing. So you're able to book your multi-pass reservations 7 days ahead of your trip, and you can book for your entire trip at that point. And what's really good is before you pay, you are able to see obviously the price for the park and the available rides and times, so you can see that before you purchase it. It's not like you purchase it and then have to hope for the best. What I did is I went through and looked at the different days, because the different days are different prices depending on how busy they think the park is going to be. Like I said, what was interesting with this park is a lot of my reservations didn't start till later in the day, so I was thinking it was going to be quite a busy day because of that, but I've still been able to kind of get all the rides I wanted, which is fantastic. So it's now time for my next reservation, which is Toy Story Mania, which I absolutely love. And I don't realise I'm a competitive person until I go on a ride like this. And then I'm like, I will literally go until my arms fall off, as long as I get the highest score in the car. So, unfortunately, I won't be filming on the ride because I have to have both arms free so I can be victorious. But I absolutely love it. It's like all carnival games on screens, and it's a little bit of like a workout as well. It's good, you're exercising, you're doing lots of walking, you're doing arm exercises. Really, this is like a health and wellness journey coming to Disney. So maybe it should be prescribed. Just saying, that would be amazing. What's great with multipass as well is you have an hour to use your time slot, which is really convenient, and you can overlap them. So this one was live from 12:05. Oh, that rhymed. Oh, I love that. And then the next one, which is Alien Swirling Saucers in Toy Story Land, perfect, is 12:40. So you don't have to book them like 1 hour at a time. You can overlap them, which is convenient if you're in the same land. This is a ride that has really cute queue theming. I absolutely love it. That is one thing to note, that if you do multipass, you will miss out on a lot of the queue theming. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, because you are getting on the ride much quicker. But like I was saying, stuff like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, or yesterday with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, I've never seen the actual queue parts before. So sometimes it's nice to actually do that. But if you're looking to save time and get the most out of your day, then multipass is a great choice. I did it! I got 160,000, which isn't that high, but the second person got 96. So I feel very comfortable that I won. I feel very happy that I thought it's the goal, and I've done my arm workout for today. Next up is Alien Swirling Saucers, and then I'm going to book another Lightning Lane. Now, to be fair, I think all of the rides that I want to go on with Lightning Lane I've now either done or have booked, which is very exciting because there's a few rides like Rock and Roller Coaster that I don't go on. So what I might do, I normally do my afternoon break. However, I was thinking maybe I'll stay in the park and use multipass for the shows. So in the afternoon I can have a break going to multiple shows back to back. So maybe that's a good idea. So I am going to go and head into Galaxy's Edge now, but on the way I'm going to mobile order some food just so that it is much quicker. So I'll take you through the process. So in the app you just go to order food, and what will come up first will be the park you are in. So as you can see, Woody's Lunchbox has a really long wait, which is why I recommend doing that much further in advance. But today I'm going to go to Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo because I haven't been here for a few years. So you just begin your order, select what you want to eat, pay, and then it's all done. They even have a plant-based section, which is fantastic, and I'm going to get the Volution Falafel and Hummus Garden spread. Just going to get one. Ooh, move juice. Not today. So I have ordered, and I'm just going to walk over there and then open the app and say I'm here, and they will freshly prepare the order, which is fantastic. And it's sometimes good if you're in a ride queue and you know you're going to eat next, you can do that. Oh, look at this.
Hondo and sound serious. Affirmative. Good day, traveler.
I love that you have characters in this land roaming because it makes it feel so alive. But I am going to walk over to Docking Bay 7 and get my lunch. With mobile order, you have your own section. And then on my phone, I could just click, I'm here, and they prepare the order. Can we appreciate how bright and vibrant this hummus is? It's amazing. Let's try it all. This is really delicious. I was quite nervous to get this because when I first went vegan, the only option you could get anywhere was falafel and hummus, and I feel like I've eaten a lifetime worth of it. So I tend to avoid it now. This is delicious. I'm so impressed with this because I wasn't knowing what to expect. I was like, maybe this will be one of those meals that, you know, it's fine, it fills a hole, but I won't enjoy it. But this is really tasty. So this meal was $14.15, which was £10.47, which again, less than £11 for a theme park meal. I think it's so good, and particularly when you compare it to somewhere like Disneyland Paris, where meals are around €17, so much more expensive, and the food quality isn't great. Whereas here, the food quality is amazing. And what I really like as a vegan as well is there's so many different types of food and so much variety. that throughout your trip you can really mix things up. Yesterday when I was talking about, I've had 2 burgers and I've had my fill of burgers already, but when you come to somewhere like this, it's amazing. I have to say, every single restaurant in Galaxy's Edge is great. It's added so much great dining to this park, and I am so impressed with this. Docking Bay 7 was so good. I really enjoyed that meal, so much more than I thought I would. It was so tasty and it looked great as well with all the colours. And when I came out, there was an amazing photopass photographer, and that's the thing. As soon as I see a photopass photographer, if they haven't got a long queue, I jump in it, because I always know the photos look so good. Now, I do want to spend more time in Galaxy's Edge, but I do have a multi-pass for Slinky Dog. Luckily, it's next door, so I'm just going to pop back into Toy Story Land, hop on that, and then come back and explore Galaxy's Edge properly, because this is like my favourite land. It's so immersive, it's so incredible. I want to look around the shops, and I want to try and do a single rider for Rise of Resistance. It's my absolute favourite ride, so I have to go on it this trip, but I'm hoping to avoid the crazy long queue. So hopefully the single rider queue is open today. But first, Slinky. I can't can't believe how quickly the day is going because it's nearly 3 o'clock. So I'm definitely not going to go back to the hotel because I want to come back, Galaxy's Edge, properly explore that. I've got a multi-pass for Indiana Jones later. So we get to do that. I've got Mickey and Minnie again with multi-pass, which will be fantastic. I'd like to see Disney Villains once more because that was so good, and Fantasmic this evening. So I feel like it's just going to be a jam-packed day, but because I've only got one day here, it's actually been perfect that I've managed to do so much. And also, where you are seeing shows and stuff like that, you're getting those little breaks then. So I don't feel the need to go back to the hotel, which is good. I have got my power bank with me, which is vital because normally at the hotel I charge things, but luckily with that I've been able to charge stuff, so not a problem. And, it's just been an amazing day. I just can't get over how much we're getting done. And this is genuinely why I love September, because it is quieter than other months and it makes such a difference. But I have to say, getting multi-pass for this park is so worthwhile because all of the ride wait times now are quite long. And if I didn't have multi-pass, I would probably just be like, okay, I'm going to call it quits and maybe hop to a different park, because I just couldn't be doing like 40-minute queue, 60-minute queue, 50-minute queue. I just couldn't. Such a joyous ride. I absolutely love it. It's just pure fun. I think it's great because if you don't know if you like coasters or not, I think that's a really good one to test out to see what you think. Although to be fair, there was a little boy on there. He was very young and he was screaming and crying, and I'm like, I don't think he's enjoying it. Bless him. But yeah, I absolutely love that. It's just so much fun, and I think that's the thing that I really like about Disney, is the fact that they have such a wide variety of different types of rides and attractions, that there really is something for everyone, but it also gives you a lot of variety throughout your day. And I think you need that, because if it's all like high octane, it's just a lot. And you're like, oh, you're living on the edge of your nerves. Whereas with this, you can mix it up, you can do character meets, you can see shows, get all the photos. Like, it's just so nice to have a variety of pace throughout the day. So I'm having the best time, honestly. And it's one of those things, like coming into this trip, I was like, what is it going to be like doing 7 days? I've never done 7 days before. And I was worried about, will you naturally start trying to fit 14 days worth of stuff into 7? But the way it's worked out, you really don't need to, because I was thinking, oh God, only 1 day in Hollywood Studios, what will I do? I'm going to have done everything I wanted to do. And that's so amazing. So if you are ever thinking about doing a shorter trip, you can absolutely make it work. You don't have to do the longer trip, and you can still, like I say, pace throughout your day, because someone like me who has so many problems with their feet, I can't do, or I didn't think I'd be able to do park open to park close, but I think that's the plan for today. And my feet are doing really well, but I think it's because I keep taking these breaks, and it's just made a world of difference. To be fair, it's also like years of working out what works for me and which shoes work and what socks and this, that and the other, but I think I finally cracked it, guys. Finally, after all these years, and doing great so far. Okay, now we're in Galaxy's Edge. First things first, I want to head over to Rise to see if the single rider queue is in operation. I've got everything crossed. It seems to have been in continuous operation since my last trip. I was actually really lucky because my last day at Hollywood Studios on my last trip was when they opened the single rider line, so I got to experience it. No one knew it was coming. It was amazing. But it's interesting because it's not officially listed. So if you look on the website or the app, they don't tell you it has a single rider queue, but it's one of these like unofficial ones. So I'm like, I assume it's still there. I haven't heard it's closed. So let's go and have a little look. I was walking to Rise, and out the corner of my eye, I spotted a crowd. I think I know who it is.
This is quite a reception. A band of travelers. Say hello to Grogu.
Hi, Grogu.
Oh. I'd say you've made a new friend.
So cute.
Well, looks like you've made a friend. I saw a bounty puck with your hollow on it.
That's not good.
Didn't take the job though.
Thank you.
Guess it's your lucky day.
I feel it is. It's
Approach.
funny. This is the second time I've met the Mandalorian, and he's told me there's a bounty on my head, and I'm lucky he didn't take it. And I'm starting to think he's got beef with me. I'm like, what have I ever done? I supported you. But it's so fun, and that's one character that I've never seen roaming, but I think it's just because he's so popular. The second he comes out, a crowd forms. But Grogu is unreal. How cute. It's unbelievable. So yeah, such a joy. And what's nice is there are cast members there, so if you're on your own, they will take a photo for you, which is really good. Oh yeah, I've seen the single rider is open. Hello. So I am in luck. They do have a single rider queue going. Sometimes you will miss some of the pre-show because they do keep moving where the single rider line starts. So let's see what we get to do today. I will have to stop filming for a bit, but you can go backstage.
Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
Why are you going up? Shut down! Up is bad! Up is real bad!
Stop! The prisoners have escaped!
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's no way to survive. There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance.
Great job, recruits.
Rise of the Resistance is always so impressive. It never ever is any less stunning. It's absolutely remarkable, and I think it's my favourite ride at Disney because it's just so immersive. There's nothing like that. Like, you literally are in Star Wars, and the fact that so much of the queue is part of the experience is amazing. If you do the single rider queue, you do miss the 2 pre-show parts, but you do come into the Stormtrooper room, so you do get to see them. And I waited, I think, 25 minutes, which is not too bad at all. But now, it's already nearly 4 o'clock, and I've got an Indiana Jones show at 4 that I got with Multipass. So I'm going to head over there now, have a little sit down, and then come back to Galaxy's Edge because I still want to have a little look around the shops and stuff like that. And there's no way I could have taken a break today because there's just still so much to see and do. This is amazing. But oh my gosh, we're walking past it, we're seeing the damage. This is Grand Avenue, where the Muppets used to be, RIP. But they have shown you that it is going to be Monsters Inc., which I do think is going to be incredible, but I just love the Muppets. It's so sad. I'm quite looking forward to having a little sit down and a drink, more importantly. So let's get in, get a seat for Indiana Jones. I always think this is a really, really cool show. I mean, I don't even know how long this has been here, but I distinctly remember seeing it as a child, I'm sure. So it's amazing it's been around for so long, but it's still so exciting to see every time. I got there a bit too early, I was too keen, so they're not going in quite yet, but on my way here I saw a frozen Coke, and it's one of my absolute favourite things to get. And it's interesting because I always write down like treats and stuff I might want to try, and I never end up buying them because you're just like, I can't eat any food. But the frozen drinks I'm obsessed with, so let's go get a frozen Coke and have a nice, cool, refreshing moment. I can't even begin to tell you how nice this is. It's so cold, but it's slightly fizzy, even though it's frozen. This came to $6.17, which was £4.57. So again, I don't think it's too bad. Like a bottle of Coke would be kind of $5. So to have like a little novelty drink and just keep myself cool and hydrated is perfect. And like I say, I tend to have frozen drinks instead of snacks. And I always factor it into the budget because I know when I'm here, I am always desperate for them. That's all I think about. I love it, and I want to dive inside the frozen Coke. But now it's time to go find a seat and get ready for Indiana Jones. So Indiana Jones is always super fun, and they mentioned it's been running for 36 years, and I was like, I never saw it as a kid. And what I think is great is it kind of brings you back to when this was MGM, and it was all about movie making, and I just think it's really cool that they show you like the behind the scenes, the stunts, all of that stuff. So I absolutely loved it, and I was walking back towards Galaxy's Edge, and I saw Mickey and Minnie's Vacation Fun, which I think is a short, but I've never ever stopped to watch it, and I thought, well, on my way we might as well change that. And I think it's just an animated short, and it's kind of like the style of animation that you get in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and I think it might even have scenes to do with that. It looks like in this poster the underwater scene from the ride, so let's see what this is like. That was a lot of fun, and it kind of showing all of the disasters Mickey has had on holiday, and then eventually they end up going to Disney World on vacation, which was absolutely incredible. There was a reference to Disneyland Paris as well, and I've seen before people talk about Potato Land, and they mention it in here, and they've got a little photo spot in here, and I'm like, oh, I've always wondered where that was and what the reference was, and now I get it. I now have the multi-pass for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, so I'm going to go on that again, and it's been amazing actually. All of the rides that I've wanted to go on in this park, and that I do go on, I've managed to go on. I've gone to see shows, I've done lots of photo pass, I've met characters, and there's no way I would be able to do that without multi-pass to fit as much into the day. So I think it's well worth it. For less than £19, incredible. I do like here that they do tell you to wait for the next train, because I've seen a lot of confusion with people not knowing when they need to wait. So it is now about 6 o'clock, so I've just mobile ordered my dinner, and I'm going to Backlot Express, which is very close to here, which is fantastic. I came here on my last trip and I had the teriyaki tofu bowl, and it was really good, and I love tofu, so it's really nice to have a tofu option. So I was like, let's go and have that for dinner, have a little sit down, and then what I'd like to do for the rest of the evening, I want to see Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After again and see if a different villain wins. I'd like to go back to Galaxy's Edge to look at some shops and see Fantasmic. So those are the only 3 things I'm focusing on. So let's get refueled, have a little sit down, and then get ready for the rest of the evening. I just can't believe how much I've got done. Honestly, it's blown my mind. And I really thought, is it possible to do Hollywood Studios in a day? Because like I say, the rides and stuff do get long queues because they're popular and there's not many rides. But multi-pass is worth its weight in gold. I don't regret buying it. I definitely think it was vital. And I think what's really good is with this vlog series, I really wanted to show you that there's areas you can save in and areas you can splurge in. And those will be different for different people. But going on a budget doesn't mean having to kind of skip over things that might enhance your experience. Of course, you could do it on a shoestring budget and kind of like bring your own breakfasts, like split meals, don't get snacks, don't get drinks, don't buy multi-pass. You can do it on a shoestring budget, but how much does it impact your experience? And that again just depends on how you visit Disney. So I was like, I know that waiting for long periods of time, it's not for me. So paying that £19, perfect, and the day's been wonderful because of it. If you get the cup of ice water, sometimes they will actually give you a cup of ice water. Sometimes they just give you an empty cup. And if they do, I'm going to show you where on the fountain machines you can get the water. So you are going to be looking for a tab that is this. It's grey and it has a little water droplet on it, and that's how you get your free water. I can already smell the teriyaki sauce, and it is delicious. It's quite a hearty portion because you get loads and loads of rice, but I remember liking it a lot. I think there's too much rice because there's like not enough sauce to mix all the rice into. But you also get some edamame, you get like a slaw. I just remember this being so good. And it's also a very reasonable price. So this came to $14.15, which was £10.49. And what's good is my Monzo card lets me know how much I've spent. So today I've spent £34.19, and that's for 3 meals and a frozen drink, which I do not think is bad at all. For a world famous theme park, to have 3 meals and a like specialty drink for under £35, I think is really, really good. And quick service is the way forward. If you want to kind of have nice meals but cut down the budget, just look up in advance which restaurants have the food you like, look up reviews, the best places to go, and you will find amazing quick service options. There's a lot of stuff that is not typical fast food, theme park fare, such as this, so you can eat really well here and on a budget. So I'm very quickly running out of time, so I think what I'm going to do is head over to Galaxy's Edge because I really want to properly get some photos and stuff, because I didn't really do that. And I don't know if we're going to get back to Disney Villains Ever After, because I think they're showing it 7:10. I think that's going to be cutting it too fine. And then the next one, I think it's at like 7:50. But Fantasmic is at 8:30. So you'd be lucky if you got to do both. But I definitely want to see Fantasmic, because it's my only time this trip to do it. And I have seen Disney Villains Ever After. So if we don't see it a second time, it's okay. We'll have to come back again, obviously. It's a reason to come back. But prioritising Fantasmic, I think, is a great idea. So let's go to Galaxy's Edge, have a proper explore, look in the shops, get some photos with the Millennium Falcon, and then swing back towards Fantasmic. Over the top, I can still see Pizza Rizzo, and it's like, oh, bye. It's the last time I'll see you. But it's so sad. The clouds are also gathering, but I'm hoping it's just one of those. It gets a little bit moody for a while, and then it just moves on. That's the hope. I don't think there is any rain predicted. That doesn't mean it can't happen, but I don't think it's meant to happen. So first up, I'm going to take a stroll through the marketplace, because I always like having a look at the shops in here. I just think the theming is absolutely next level incredible. And what I do like is, like, nothing is written in English. It's all written in the language of Batu. So when you first come here, you're like, I don't know where anything is. I don't know what anything is. But once you get over that, it's so immersive because it feels like a real place. Porgs are just too cute. Look at it. Oh my god. One of my absolute favourite ones is the toy shop, because I just love how all of these look. Like, they're just so cute. And they sometimes have like wooden toys, and it's just like really classic looking toys. These are the wooden toys I was talking about, and I just think they're so cool and classic. I can't get over this Cad Bane. I think that's absolutely amazing. What a great piece of merch. You can also come and get your amazing costumes. At the end of the marketplace is Ronto Roasters, which is an amazing quick service location. They do breakfast and lunch, and it is well worth a visit. I normally come here. This is my restaurant that I normally go to in Galaxy's Edge, and it's delicious. And I always like to swing by here. This to me feels like the main shop of Galaxy's Edge. This shop also has an amazing interior, so be sure to look up and see all the different things you can spot, because there's lots of like hidden little things. There's a Yeti for some reason, but it's such a cool looking shop. And something that never gets less impressive is the Millennium Falcon. It is just the most incredible location, and to see kind of like a full-scale replica is amazing. Something that I think is really, really cool about Galaxy's Edge is it has a hidden Donald. So you have the blue flag, which is obviously to do with his hat. You've got his 2 eyes and his beak. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So forever now, you will come to Galaxy's Edge and see Donald Duck. So as you can see, some time has passed, and it is very exciting because if you saw my vlog series last year, you will recognise a familiar face. I am here with Jin! We are in Florida again at the same time, which is absolutely fantastic. We met up, we had a little look around Galaxy's Edge. We tried to get to Disney Villains, and literally we were about 5 steps away, and they went, no, you can't come in. And we were like, guys. So we've just been having a lovely chat and catch up, and now we're ready to see Fantasmic, which is going to be so much fun. What a day. I did something that I never do. I did park over to park clothes. I am so blown away how much I managed to fit in, and that is so down to multipass. But I got to do all of the rides that I ride in this park. I got to do single rider for Rise of the Resistance. I got to see shows, meet characters. I got to meet up with Jin and see Fantasmic. So it's like being the most iconic and ideal Hollywood Studios day you could have. So I'm loving this. The fact this is day 2, the first 2 days have been absolutely incredible. And it's really great because, like I say, before this trip, I didn't know how much you could fit into a 7-day trip. And I'm so blown away by how much I've already done in 2 days. It's absolutely incredible. Tomorrow I will be going to Magic Kingdom. Interestingly, it's a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party night. I'm not going to the party. However, this is a great day to visit Magic Kingdom because the parks are a lot quieter. So I'm going to go and maximise the park utilising that. I think it's going to be super, super, super fun. So do come along for the adventure. The budget has gone well today, I think. We spent very little money. So let's see if that continues tomorrow and how it all goes. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying it. And until next time, I hope you have a most magical day. Bye-bye.
What an incredible day in Hollywood Studios. I cannot believe how much I managed to fit in. And the budget went so well today. I had 3 meals in the park, a specialty drink and multipass, and it came to just £53.13, which I think is remarkable. That means for the next 5 days, I have £506.30 left. So let's see how the budget goes. Am I going to start splurging at some point? Tune in to find out. I want to say another massive thank you to voiceoverguy.co.uk for making this trip possible. It has been so much fun to have such an interesting and challenging challenge. Do go check out voiceoverguy.co.uk and VoiceOver Guy's YouTube channel so you will know exactly where you have heard his voice.